Hello. It's been a while since I've done a video like this on this channel, but today we're doing a review of a book that actually a series of books that I recently started getting into because I found more so graphic novels rather than actual books. But the series is it's called Monster. It's written by Naoki Urasawa. I hope I didn't butcher that name. This is the second volume. I'm currently still on the first volume. Where I went and got these, they had the first two for like $10 each, compared to the $20 US that these would have normally cost me. So I got the first two volumes. I think there's 8 volumes in total. I got the first two for the price of just one of them. It's a good series so far. It takes place in Germany, and it's about a Japanese surgeon who goes to Germany because he hears a lot of good things about this one specific, really good German neurosurgeon, or I think it was just a really good surgeon, period, just in general. He was an amazing surgeon. This guy published a lot of research. This German surgeon posted a lot of research and stuff. And this guy, Dr. Tenma, from Japan, wanted to go to Germany to learn from this research. And the hospital that he works at in Germany is kind of, Dr. Tenma kind of realizes that the hospital that he works at is kind of a crooked hospital in the terms of they pick what patients they want to operate on. At least in the first few chapters of the first volume, they kind of pick and choose what patients they want. They choose a famous German opera singer over some sort of, regular average Joe, because it would make the hospital look better if they saved his life. And then it was the second surgery that Dr. Tenma was a part of was either the mayor of the city that the hospital was in or a young boy. And Dr. Tenma kind of decides to operate on the young boy instead of the mayor of the city. And all of this takes place, the first few chapters, I would say the first 4 chapters take place within I think the 80s, the mid to late 80s, around the time when the Berlin Wall was up still. So I want to say 86, 87, around there. And then it jumps forward 9 or 10 years, and then it kind of just continues on from there, and there's a string of murders. It's an interesting thing. It's like a murder mystery kind of a thing. The little cutout thing on the back of the book says Dr. Tenma has fallen into a trap set by Johann and is now wanted by the police as a serial killer. While narrowly evading the police dragnet, Tenma pursues Johann in an attempt to prove his own innocence and prevent another murder, edging closer to the monster by tracing his secret past. So that's kind of that's why it's called Monster, and you kind of have to understand. You kind of have to read a little bit of it to kind of get what it's getting at. It's it's not super graphic or anything as far as stab, you're dead, bang, you're dead. There's like, so far in what I've read, there was only one instance of that, but it seems like flipping through volume 2, it seems like there's a little bit more of that as the story progresses. And it kind of plays out kind of like a sort of a NCIS or some sort of like crime show, but in a hospital with a neurosurgeon, and the police are involved, and this dude, Dr. Tenma, knows what's going on, but nobody else believes him, and he's trying to prove that this kid did it and poisoned him, and like there's poison candy, and nobody really seems to know why these 3 or 4 people died from eating poison candy. It's weird. You have to, if you haven't read it, it's kind of hard to explain what it's about, but it's definitely a good read, definitely a good thing. I mean, if you check the thickness of this is definitely a good thick read. There's from chapter 17 to 32 in here, so that's, it's a lot of chapters. So I'm gonna go continue reading. Oh, it's very unusual to read a book that thick that reads the way that this one does, because I'm used to books like this that are very thin, that have like maybe 3 chapters. This has 1, 2, 3, 4. This has 4 chapters in it, and this probably has like 8 chapters. Monster, each volume probably has 8 chapters in it, maybe. So it's like twice the thickness. So it's like reading 2 Attack on Titans back to back, but it kind of reads somewhat like a murder mystery. So if you're into murder mystery kind of thing, I would recommend it. And it's also a graphic novel, so you can kind of breeze through it really quickly, which is always good. And you'll never really forget where you left off, because you can always just look at the pictures and be like, I remember that, and just skip to kind of where you were. But I do usually keep a placeholder of what page I'm on, so just do it however you want to do it. I don't care. So that has been Monster, a review of Monster by, let's see, Naoki Urasawa. I really hope I didn't just utterly murder that name, because I want to respect the Japanese culture, like some people on this platform. But anyways, it's a good read. If you can find this, I would highly recommend it. I think this was written and released in, I want to say, like the late 90s to the early 2000s. So it's kind of hard to find, I think. Like, I've never seen it before in my life, but I mean, I'm sure if you are looking for it, you can find it. So that is my recommendation for this book review, for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you back here for the next book review, and I'll see you next time. Happy reading.